Hello and welcome back to Riffs, Licks and Tunes. In the previous episodes, you got acquainted with the notes in the open position and practiced the C major scale exercises. You hopefully now have good hand coordination and reasonably good ears to tell a tuned guitar from the one that's not. Let's now learn to read music. Is it necessary? No, but in my opinion, it is the best way to learn to play music correctly and in time. So I suggest that you start learning to read music at least on a basic level, and then in future take a call whether you want to continue learning on an advanced level. Meanwhile, you would have developed a good understanding about the song time signatures and the note and rest durations. So the music is written on a staff. The staff consists of 5 horizontal lines. Now, in between the 5 horizontal lines are 4 spaces which are also used in writing music. Now, these lines and spaces are numbered starting from the bottommost and going towards the top. So, the first line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same with the spaces 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, these lines and spaces also have letter names. Now, these letters are nothing but the same letters of the musical alphabet, if you remember from the previous episodes: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alright, the names of the lines are E, G, B, D, F, starting from the bottom going towards the top. A simple way to remember is to remember the phrase "every good boy does fine." With the spaces, it is very easy. You just have to remember the word face and spell it out: F-A-C-E. Now, the staff is divided into measures. The measures will have a certain number of beats which will be indicated by the time signature. Coming up more about this a little bit later. Right now, just remember the staff is divided into measures by vertical lines called bars. So your measure is nothing but this portion of the staff between the bars, and double bars mark the end of a particular piece. So this is the treble clef or the G clef. As the name goes, it represents the higher range of notes. All guitar music will be written on this clef, so do not worry too much about it. Just get used to seeing this sign at the beginning of every staff line. Just for your information, the notes of the bass guitar are written on the bass clef. On the piano, you use both the clefs, bass clef and the treble clef. There are more clefs, but since all guitar music will be written on the treble clef, do not worry too much about it right now. Just for your information also, when the clef changes, the letter names of the lines and spaces change too. So your "every good boy does fine" and F-A-C-E will not apply on a bass clef. Alright, so this is a note. It has the head, the stem and the flag. Now the note may or may not have all the 3 parts. It may just have the head. We'll talk about the shape of the note a little later. Right now we are talking about the location of the note. So look at the location of the head of the note. Now the location of the head of the note in, above or below the staff indicates its pitch. So the higher the note is above the staff, the higher the pitch. The lower the note is below the staff, the lower the pitch. When the note is within the staff, it occupies the name of the line or space it occupies. For example, the first note here is cutting the second line. So the names of the lines, if you remember, is "every good." Second line is G. So this note is G. The next note is on a space and it is on the 4th space. So F-A-C-E. This note is E. Let's look at the next note. Okay, it is cutting a line again, but this time the 4th line. So "every good boy does," D. That note is D. The last note is on a space, 3rd space. So F-A-C. So that note is C. Now when the line is above or below the staff, we know that the higher it goes, the higher the pitch. But how do we know how high it is? We certainly do not want to use a ruler to measure that this note is higher than the other one. So we just use ledger lines. Now the ledger lines are nothing but just the extension of the staff for that particular note. Okay, so the intervals at which the lines are marked, the same interval we continue on that particular note only. So just by counting the number of ledger lines the note is above or below, or cutting, we recognize one note from the other. This example, the first note is below the staff and it has 3 ledger lines and it is cutting the 3rd ledger line. There's no phrase to remember this, you just start recognizing them as you keep on playing and you get used to basically recognizing them. So below the staff, cutting the 3rd ledger line is F. The next note is below the 1st ledger line. Alright, this is B, B as in Bravo. Alright, the 3rd note is cutting the 2nd ledger line, but it is above the staff. So above the staff, cutting the 2nd ledger line, it is C. And the last note above the 2nd ledger line is D. So the location of the note indicates its pitch. The shape of the note indicates its time duration. Let's look at this example. So the first note in this example has a hollow head, it has no stem or a flag. So a note with just a hollow head is called the whole note. A whole note has a time duration of 4 beats. So let's identify this note. This note is on a space, 3rd space, so FAC, C it is, and it is 4 beats long. So this is how it is: 1, 2, 3, 4. So sound of this note was 4 beats long. The second measure has 2 identical notes. They have a hollow head and a stem. They don't have a flag. So a hollow head and a stem is a half note, and the half note has a time duration of 2 beats. Let's play it. This note is on the 4th line, which means every good boy does. D it is, and it is each 2 beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4. The third measure, the first 2 notes have a solid head and a stem. So a note with the solid head and a stem is a quarter note, and a quarter note has a time duration of just 1 beat. So the sound of that note is going to be just 1 beat long. Let's try and play this. This is on the space and it is on the 4th space, so FACE, it is E, and both of them are quarter notes. So 1, 2. The next 4 notes are also identical. Now it has a solid head, a stem and a flag. So if this was a single note, it would have a flag. When there are more than such notes in succession, they are connected by a beam. Basically the flags are connected to form a beam. Such a note is called the 8th note. Alright, so the 8th note has a time duration of half a beat, which means in 1 beat there will be 2 notes. So let's try and play this. This is on a line, 5th line, every good boy does fine, F, and it is half a beat long. 1 and 2 and alright. The last measure has again a whole note and it is above the staff, it is G, 4. Alright, so let's try and play this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So when there is a note, there is a sound. When there is a rest, there is silence. Even the silence has a duration, and that is denoted while writing music. They have similar names as the notes. Just like the whole note is 4 beats long, that is a sound. There is sound for 4 beats. In this case, when there is a whole rest, there will be silence for a duration of 4 beats. When there is a half rest, there will be silence for a period of 2 beats. When there is a quarter rest, there will be silence for a period of 1 beat, and when there is an 8th rest, there will be silence for half a beat. Now they have their own shapes. The whole rest and the half rest look similar. The difference is the whole rest is the one which is hanging down from a line, and half rest is the one which is laying down on a line. The quarter rest has a different shape, as you can see, and the eighth rest also has a different shape, and you're not going to get confused between those two. So here it is. Let's play this example. So all the notes here are E because they are on the fourth space, which is FACE. Alright, so there's a whole note. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So what I did here was that I touched the string to silence it so that it does not keep on ringing, because like in the third measure there's a half note. If I don't silence that note, it will continue to ring till I play the next note and will become a whole note, which is not what is written here. So you silence the note when there is a rest. The time signature consists of two numbers. There's a top number and a bottom number. Now the top number indicates the number of beats per measure. If you remember, the measure is a portion of staff between the bars. So it will be those many beats per measure. After that there will be bar, and you move on to the next measure. You keep doing that till you reach the double bars, which mark the end of that piece. Okay, so if the top number is say 3, this is how your counting will be. Here counting from the first measure, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 till the double bars. If the top number is 4, then it will be 4 beats per measure, which means 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 till the double bars. The bottom number indicates the type of note receiving one beat, which means if the bottom number is 4, the quarter note, which is 1 by 4, that's why the 4. So the quarter note will be receiving 1 beat, and hence the whole note will be receiving 4 beats, just like we discussed previously. Now to keep things simple, we will let the bottom figure be 4 for a good amount of time now. So to further simplify this, you can completely ignore the bottom figure for now, because we are going to keep it 4 for some time. Alright, from the example, the first one, the top number is 4, which means 4 beats per measure, and in the first measure the first note is a whole note which has a time duration of 4 beats, so it takes up all of those 4 beats. Alright, so there can be only one note in that particular measure. The next example, the time signature is 3 by 4, which means the top figure is 3, which is 3 beats per measure. So in the first measure there's a half note which takes 2 beats, and then there's a quarter rest which takes 1 beat. So total is going to be 3. The next measure has 3 quarter notes, each 1 beat long, so 1 2 3. So a combination of notes or rests, it is going to be 3 in that particular measure. Now let's use all of what we have learned so far and start to read some of the pieces. Here it is. These are the whole notes, so all of the notes are whole notes, as you can see, and these are all on the first string. From the location, you know that the fourth space is E, the fifth line is F, and the note above the staff without any ledger line is G, and the note which is cutting the first ledger line above the staff is A. Alright, let's play this. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 2 3 4. Half notes on the first string. All of these notes are half notes except for the last measure. The last one is the rest, which is 2 beats long, half rest. Alright, so let's play this. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Quarter notes on the first string. All the notes are quarter notes. The last one is a quarter rest. Alright, so there will be no sound of the note. If we do not silence that note, then it is going to become a half note, which we do not want. It's not a half note, it's 3 quarter notes and the rest. So this is how it is. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 2 3 4. Okay, fourth rest. So the 8 notes on the first string follows a similar principle. All of these notes are 8 notes and the last one is the 8th rest. Alright, let's play this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the notes on the second string, the note which is on the third line is Every Good Boy B. Alright, the note on the third space is F A C, and the note on the fourth line is Every Good Boy Does D. Alright, so here is the whole notes on the second string. 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. The half notes on the second string. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Quarter notes on the second string. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. 8 notes on the second string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So and is the rest. So that's it for this week. Do keep practicing and also do like, share, subscribe. See you next time.